Peace and Black Power, Black family. It's your brother Chase back at you again with another reactionary video. And check it out, man. Today we're going to break down this Congolese woman, just talking out the side of her neck about foundational Black Americans doing what we call is a lot of tether babble. And remember, tether again is an action term. It doesn't apply to somebody just because they're an immigrant, but it applies to an immigrant who comes over here and strategically is deceptive, strategically works to undermine foundational Black Americans and upend whatever progress that we have. So she's going to do a lot of tether babble here in the day, but we want to slow cook it. We want to break it down from a strategic and non-emotional standpoint for educational purposes. So when you hear these types of talking points, you don't begin to fall for them. With that being said, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into it.
Africans in America are not trying to be Americans. We're surviving in a country that forces you to adapt or get left behind. Have you ever heard of assimilation? You think we're cosplaying because you see us speaking English? We're not wearing our tribal clothing? Every immigrant group does it. You think the Chinese are eating duck feet at lunch? No. You think Italians came here and didn't switch it up? The difference is when we go home, yes, we become who we've always been. The language switches, the mannerisms come back, the food, the music. And let's be honest, most of us are code switching for survival. Because if we came to school eating fufu or smelling like palm oil, y'all would have laughed. Y'all been laughing. We been African booty scratchers.
Oh Lord, here we go
back to the jungle. So whatever.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let's pause it right there because she said a lot, family. She said a lot. Couple of points. First and foremost, number one, she said Africans in America are not trying to be American. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. You are trying to be American, okay? No one forced you to come over here. You willingly came over here in order to become an American citizen. I don't know why y'all like to cap. Nobody forced you. Nobody put a gun to your head. Nobody went to the continent of Africa and said, hey, you, in 2020, you got to come over here to America. No, you willingly came over here. So that's number one, stop the cap. Another interesting thing on that note is these very same people who say, oh, I'm not trying to be American. I'm not trying to be American. These are the same people who wanted us a few months ago to crash out and still want us to crash out about ICE. See, when ICE detains their ass, then they sit over here and say, hey, FBAs, when are y'all going to come? When you going to speak out? Wait, I thought you weren't trying to be American. You dig? See, when they get deported, then all of a sudden, we're supposed to get on our high horse. We're supposed to take on the system of white supremacy in our government for them so they can stay here. And then they turn around and say, oh, well, I'm not even trying to be American. Okay, well, let them deport you. Let them deport you. You can willingly pack up and go back to your homelands. Plain and simple. No one forced you to be here. Number three, she's talking about assimilate. We come here and we're just assimilating. We're just assimilating. No, ma'am. You come here and you cosplay. There's a difference between assimilation and cosplaying. What y'all do is cosplaying. Let's read off the definition of cultural assimilation, because we got to start breaking this down from a scholar standpoint. Okay. Okay, so here we are, family. I want you to understand this is an AI overview. If you just type in on Google cultural assimilation, this is what it gives you. And this is a collection and a summarization of all the definitions that people have created for cultural assimilation. We know that's what Google does. So this is an AI overview. It says cultural assimilation is the process where a minority group adopts the behaviors, values, and beliefs of a dominant group, often leading to the minority's original culture being lost or diminished. Let me read that one more time, because that ending part is very important. And it says, often leading to the minority's original culture being lost or diminished. Okay, ma'am. See, ma'am, that's what assimilation is. See, the moment you sat up there and you said that, hey, when we go home, we be eating fufu. When the Asians go home, they be eating duck feet. That means when you're out and about, you're not assimilating, you're cosplaying. You're playing a character. Let's be clear. Because if you weren't playing a character and you were actually assimilating, you were taking on the beliefs, the norms of the dominant culture. In your case, that would be foundational Black American culture. That's who you cosplay as. You dig? When you go home, your family values, habits, traditions, even within the household would look like ours because you've assimilated. You damn near lost your African culture. You're saying you haven't lost it. You saying when you go home, you're eating fufu and y'all talking in your cultural languages, X, Y, and Z. You still have your traditional beliefs. You're saying when these other immigrants are going home, they're doing the same. Oh yeah, I don't bring my cultural food to the job because y'all will make fun of me. That means you're out there playing a character. You're out there cosplaying. Okay? Understand the difference, family. You go out, play a character, and then when you get home, you deny our culture even existed. And that's the nasty part about it. We wouldn't even mind y'all cosplaying if you did it respectfully. But y'all go out, you play a character, and then go home and deny we even have a damn culture. That's why we starting to check the BS. In my last point, a lot of them like to bring up code switching. Oh, we just get out and code switch for survival. Surviving what? Surviving what, ma'am? Ain't nobody killing y'all because you have an African accent. Survive what? Getting roasted? Because that's all they can ever bring up. Oh, nigga, when I was in high school, niggas roasted me. So what? Everybody gets roasted. I got roasted in high school. I learned how to roast back. That's a part of FBA culture. We understand that because we are the culture, ma'am. We're the culture you're cosplaying. See, that's the thing about cosplaying so much. When you cosplay, you don't really understand the nuance of the culture you're in. You're just looking at it from an outsider's point of view. You dig? You're doing certain things, you're acting a certain way, you're talking a certain way, but you don't understand the nuance behind it, the context behind it. We understand the context behind roasting, and that's a part of traditional FBA culture, and it's meant to strengthen your mental fortitude, to get you strong. So when you go out here in the real world, you have to really deal with these white supremacists who are constantly trying to trigger you, constantly try to gaslight you. You shrug that off. You say, I ain't worried about that, man. Where my check at, man? Where my check at? El Tyrone, quit playing the race card. Oh, okay, all that race card stuff. Where's my check? You dig? Where's my check? See, you don't let those mental jabs get to you. You don't let it fluster you. You dig? You call a spade for what it is, and you stand on FBA business, like many FBAs are doing with Charlie Kirk. You dig? A lot of people out here mourning and trying to force us to mourn for him. And we're like, no, but he was a racist. He was a racist. You dig? That's plain and simple. The chickens came home to roost. We call a spade a spade. We don't let people's gaslighting and mental attacks get us off balance. But that all stems from our childhood being raised in a roasting culture where you couldn't let nobody get in your head. Don't let people outwit you. Don't let people get you off your pivot. All right? See, you don't understand that. So y'all start talking about code switching for survival, like somebody's killing you. Nobody killing you. We roasted. That's it. We roasted your dumb ass. You dig? Because you came to school first day with a JCPenney suit on and cookout shoes. So we had to get on you. Real surviving is what we've been doing from 1526 to present day. Fighting in the belly of the beast. Facing water holes and dogs and lynchings. You dig? Medical malpractice. Whole governmental programs, COINTELPRO. That's what surviving is. That's really in the trenches, man. You going to school with some fufu and somebody saying your food smell funny ain't surviving. That ain't life-threatening. You dig? But let's continue.
So whatever you've been taught about us, please unlearn it. Because I made a post very unprovoked. And then all of these people came for me because I said Africans are the first people. And I wasn't saying it just because I so happen to be African. Don't fight me. Fight history. Don't confuse survival with imitation. We know who we are. We're not trying to tell y'all, come on, find who you are. But
ma'am, stop the cap. Y'all are always trying to tell us who we are, ma'am. Stop the cap. Okay, y'all live to tell us who we are because you want to be able to easily cosplay as us. That makes you feel more secure about cosplaying. If you can just really say we're really some long lost Africans and you're the real Africans, it's easier to cosplay as us. You don't feel as bad. Okay, but stop it.
don't disrespect it because your grandparents were also lied to. We didn't erase your identity. We're still learning to hold on to ours while walking through customs and racism that is being passed on by our own people.
Oh, Lord. So Oh Lord, here they go. Well, we're the real racists. And family, we're the real racists because they got roasted in school. They got roasted, so now we're the real racists. Ma'am, we're not the ones over there sabotaging the Congo. You dig? We're not the reason foundational Black Americans are not the reason your homeland is in squalor. You dig? We don't, foundational Black Americans don't assassinate your leaders like Patrice Lumumba. You dig? And up in your countries. We don't do that. Stop it. All this, you're the real racist, man. No, we're the real reason why you're over here. That's what we're the real reason for. You dig? We're not the real racists. We're the reason why you're over here. We're the reason why you feel confident over here speaking the way you speak. You dig? That's the only thing we should get credit for. And if foundational Black Americans didn't fight, you will be over there in Congo without stable electricity, ma'am. So let's stop playing.
So let's clear this up. We are not cosplaying. We're doing what every group does: adapting, surviving, blending in without disappearing. Yeah, let's.
Cap. Now she went on a second video because, you know, whenever they get a little clout and attention by mentioning and trying to check foundational Black Americans, they got to follow up. You know, it's the only time they TikTok get that buzz. So they got to follow up. They got to really go in. So she's going to really start to go in. Let's listen to what else she said. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about it. Because y'all got smoke for all the other immigrants except for your family.
And notice this, the constant use of our foundational Black American vernacular, the ham, y'all got smoke. They don't talk like that in the Congo. Let's stop it. See, this is cosplaying, going in and out of it. She goes in and out of playing a character. She's playing a character right now because she said when they go home, they practice Congolese culture. Show me where they over there talking about y'all got smoke in the Congo. What village is that? I got to go visit that village. I want you to notice the hand movements, the vernacular she's using, the tone, trying to emulate FBA women. Okay? But nonetheless, let's continue.
Favorite ones is crickets. Because Nicki Minaj came here when she was 5. Drake came from Toronto.
Oh, Lord.
21 Savage, England. Rihanna, Barbados. They came here, assimilated as well, but was accepted wholeheartedly. But they get free access passes to the culture, huh? So what's really the issue?
Hold on. Oh, no, ma'am. We're not going to rewrite history. Let's be clear. They don't have free access to anything because they're a damn celebrity. When they step out of line and go against foundational Black Americans and start talking crazy, they get checked. I know a lot of you want to forget about the belt that was put to ass by our brother Kendrick to Drake last year. But remember, Kendrick was putting belt to ass against Drake last year because of his disrespect of foundational Black American culture. Okay, remember, Kendrick was the one saying, hey, man, you come to America to imitate heritage, but you can't imitate this violence. Let's listen to the lyrics in Euphoria. You dig? And they not like us. Said, once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down calling us some slaves. Because Drake in one of his diss records started talking about, hey, man, he moving like he trying to free the slaves. Oh, Kendrick, check them on that. And let them know you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer. Okay? When y'all get out of pocket, you get checked. Plain and simple. Don't try to rewrite history like these folks are running scot-free over here saying and doing whatever the hell they want to. You did? Who else did she mention? Rihanna. Okay, I've never heard Rihanna say anything disrespectful about foundational Black Americans. You dig? So there's no really need to check Rihanna about anything. Same thing with 21 Savage. You dig? Same thing with 21 Savage. And as for Nicki Minaj, hell, I'm on film checking Nicki Minaj when Nicki Minaj tried to check our brother Michael B. Jordan about starting that rum line, Juve. Okay, that Trinidadian rum line, I'm on film checking her about that. That was in 2020, 2021. Let me pull up the receipts, family. These folks, they're not going to rewrite history like we don't check y'all when y'all step out of line, acting like we have celebrity worship over here. We don't. We don't, ma'am. You're not going to rewrite history. Now, this is me. I can't remember exactly. This is like 2020, 2021. And as you can see me, I was growing out my hair back then. I was twisting my hair. My face looked a little fluffier. You dig? But this is 2021, and you see the title of my video, and I posted this on my Instagram, and this video went viral. Had like 100,000 views on this video. You did a couple YouTube channel picked it up, YouTube bloggers picked it up, X, Y, and Z, and it says the double standard. Nicki and more offended by Michael B. Jordan's rum line. Check this out. And this is back in my Pan-African days, family. This is back when I considered myself a Pan-Africanist. You can see I was telling people to follow my Instagram page, Manzamusa_13. You dig? I was back on my Pan-African stuff, but Pan-African is an ideology. I was still standing on lineage business. You dig? So I'm going to just let you listen to the whole clip, because they're not going to rewrite history like we don't check them when they step out of pocket. All right, here we go.
As some of you might have saw, our brother Michael B. Jordan, phenomenal actor, foundational Black American, he recently released his rum line, Juvert. He recently released a rum line called Juvert. And this has caused a lot of controversy within the greater Black community. A lot of people were very upset, especially Caribbean people, people from Trinidad. They were very upset. And it led some to say that foundational Black Americans culturally appropriate other Black people's culture. And I said, whoa. Whoa. You know, huge stretch, but hey, let's rock with it. And so nonetheless, Nicki Minaj decided to jump in. And of course, y'all know Nicki Minaj, she's Trinidadian. She decided to jump in and say that, hey man, you need to take this down. All of a sudden, the so-called queen of rap became a historian. She started teaching them about the history and the significance behind it. Cool. Honestly, in a perfect world, I have no problem with brothers and sisters from the Caribbeans guarding their culture and saying, listen, man, this culture is exclusive to us. Now, you can celebrate it with us, but we don't need you making money and prophesizing off of it, okay? I have really no problem with it, but
I meant to say profiting. I wasn't as polished back then, you dig? But speaking truth to power.
Here's the real problem, family. The hypocrisy that we see with other non-foundational Black Americans. The hypocrisy we see with non-foundational Black Americans. Okay? Other groups of Black people in the Caribbean, in the UK, over in Africa, and abroad. When I say abroad, I'm speaking from a United States point of view. The hypocrisy. Okay? Because, see, the only time, whenever we talk about Black American culture like Juneteenth, and we talk about, hey man, celebrating it, and we're the only ones who can be the spokesperson for our culture, when we talk about reparations to foundational Black Americans for what happened to us in this country, you have brothers and sisters from all over, people who've never even come to the United States, saying, hey, y'all are being xenophobic. Don't you know slavery was everywhere? When we see Black politicians getting in office and we say, hey man, they're not foundational Black Americans, they don't have the best interests of our people, they say, Chase, we're all Black, ain't we? Hey man, we're all Black. Hey Chase, now the only difference between us is where the slave ship dropped us off at. See, we're starting to see that that's something that only applies to Black American culture. When it's time for everybody to come rape and pillage our culture and be the spokesperson for us, or benefit off the trauma that our ancestors and our lineage went through, then they hit us with, we all Black. Pan-Africanism now, brother. Pan-Africanism now, Chase. Now, you can't say, because all of us is Black, we all went through the same thing now. So that means your resources is my resources. Okay? But then when a foundational Black American brother says, hey man, I want to name my rum Juvet, okay, Trinidadian, a Trinidadian name, whoa, that's cultural appropriation. He's not Trinidadian. Whoa, I thought we were all Black. I thought the slave ship just dropped us off in different places now. Huh? See, the lingo, the language starts to change. We're not going to keep dealing with that double standard. I have no problem with people protecting their culture. You dig? And identifying and paying homage to their lineage and saying, hey, listen, Trinidadians need to be the spokesperson for this. I have no problem with that because we're doing the same thing as foundational black Americans. We're going to start stepping up and doing the same thing. It's the double standard. And this is why I tell foundational black American family, be prideful when you say foundational black American. Don't let nobody try to trick you into, hey man, you're being divisive. That's BS, BS, BS.
Well, I was talking that talk. This is 4 or 5 years ago, family. This is way before I had a YouTube channel.
Because they do it all the time when they see fit. Okay? And our brother Michael B. Jordan doing what foundational black Americans do, he actually brought a brother in because one of his partners is Trinidadian. Okay? So he said, listen, I'm going to break bread with a brother from Trinidad. I'm going to make sure I give back to their people because after all, I'm using some of their language. Okay? Some of their celebrations, I'm going to give back. They said, no. They don't want any foundational black Americans profiting off something that is part of their culture or their lineage. Okay? But when it comes to us, we have to be for everybody. Foundational black, we got to share it with all black people. Because Pan-Africanism and Marcus Garvey, and we all black now. See, we all black until it come to sharing your shit. Then it's like, oh shit, nigga, you skin folk, not kinfolk. That's the language we get. Right. That's the language you get. We're starting to pick up on that, family. It's starting to pick up on that. And like I say, I'm cool if we want to play this game. If we want to play this game, I'm cool with playing this game. Because we can stop being the co-signers and spokesperson for immigrants. We can cut that shit off on the rip. We can do a lot of stuff. We can start taking about a lot of stuff that people benefit off foundational black Americans. You dig? And what really kind of ticked me off, I'm not going to...
Okay, here comes the Nicki Minaj part, family. All right, here we go.
A lot, family, and I rarely get ticked off because I understand Nicki Minaj hopped her ass in the chat room acting like she's a spokesperson, acting like she's a historian, talking about some cultural appropriation. Now, understand this. Nicki Minaj is somebody who has disrespected foundational black Americans for several years now. And has been unapologetic about it. Okay? Remember, Nicki Minaj just last year on her song Yikes, she had a line that said, all you bitches is Rosa Parks. Get your ass up. That's what she said. So she decided to disrespect a foundational black American icon, somebody we hold near and dear, somebody who is responsible or one of the reasons why her immigrant ass is over here in the first place. Okay, she decided to disrespect her in her song. And guess what? Not only that, she doubled down on it. Because foundational black Americans, we said, hey, man, listen, no, that's not cool.
Right.
That's Rosa Parks.
Right. Evidence of us checking it back then. Okay.
This is somebody we hold dear. Rosa Parks is somebody we hold dear. You're going to have to take that back. Nicki Minaj came back. Hold on, because I had to take the screenshot. So an article came out and said Nicki Minaj allegedly says Rosa Parks' lyrics were not to offend or disrespect Parks. This was an article that came out. Nicki Minaj came back and put in her story, she said, I never said this, meaning I never apologized. I had no clue anyone was mad. Don't care. And then she promoted the song, put the hashtag of the song. God damn. Huh? Then she put the hashtag of the song. See, that's how they treat us. And then her ass got the nerve to sit up here and talk about somebody cultural appropriation? You want to get on Michael B. Jordan? Are you kidding me? And talking about showing respect for your culture? And by the way, I didn't see any Trinidadians talking about this when this happened last year. Okay? She went out her way. She doubled down on it. See, when it's time to disrespect black American culture, we all black, so we can say anything we want. Pan-Africanism now, y'all. The only difference is where the slave ship dropped us, they start that coon babble. Because, see, in a lot of people's eyes, family, in a lot of people's eyes, foundational black Americans, we have no culture. So who are you Negroes to tell me what I can and cannot say? Immigrants built this country. See, this is why we got to start speaking up. Because, see, we've allowed guests in our house because, let's be clear, and I don't care if people get offended by this. If you are a non-foundational black American, you are a guest in the house that foundational black Americans get built, okay? We've allowed guests to get too damn comfortable. And we've had this go on in our family for a long time. You know that family member that start moving in and then they get too damn comfortable. They start leaving their drawers in the floor. They start doing extra stuff. They start talking crazy like this ain't your house no more. That's some of our black immigrant brothers and sisters. Not all, but some of our black immigrant brothers and sisters. They start talking crazy after a while. They start thinking they running something. Okay? She doubled down on it. Now, and like I said, she has a long history of this. Hold on one second, family. Let me go. She has a long, here she is in 2014. Okay? This is another point. She disrespecting the foundational black American. She entitled a song called Looking Ass Nigga and put a picture of Malcolm X. Okay? A foundational black American. Now, she don't do this with her Trinidadian people. She don't do this with her Trinidadian people. But she entitled a song, Looking Ass Nigga, and put an iconic picture of Malcolm X holding a gun. Looking out the window. That picture that we all love. Showing that masculine manhood. But she decided to put Looking Ass Nigga. This is the song. She's got a long history of doing this. But now she got the nerve of, oh, now she the historian. She gonna check Michael B. Jordan. Nicki, sit your ass down. Please. You have no respect. Black Americans have no respect for you. And we need to cancel your ass.
All right, family. There it is. 8 minutes of me going in, family. And that was one of the lives. I used to do these legendary lives on Instagram on my page. So I used to do these legendary Instagram lives. And I was going in so you can see me kind of like responding to comments and talking to people in the comment section. But that goes to debunk the whole notion. And I wasn't the only one. A lot of people have been on people like Nicki Minaj and some of these black immigrant celebrities. Hell, Tyler is now flopping and fleeing. You dig? Tyler thought she was gonna run over here and try to just strong arm her way into FBA culture, and we had to check her. And then her last album sales flopped. We always check you when you get out of pocket. Don't try to sit up here and act like we pick and choose. No, we stand on FBA business at all times. Don't try to rewrite history. See, y'all are the ones who pick and choose. Y'all are the ones when the white folks start coming over, y'all start making them the chiefs of the village. You dig? Y'all are the ones who be inviting them in. Y'all are the ones who be trying to get up underneath them and get cozy after they done sabotaged and just completely destroyed your homeland. That ain't us. We speak truth to power. We stand on FBA business, whether it's coming from a white person, you dig, the disrespect, or a tether. We're going to stand on business at all times. So like I said, this is back 2020, 2021, whenever she tried to come at our brother Michael B. Jordan, okay? And I was not the only one. This wasn't a random video. This video got like 100,000 likes on the Instagram. You dig? Back in the day, I got to pull up those results soon. You dig? To show you as proof. And like I said, a couple of bloggers picked this up. So myself, I've been standing on the FBA business and calling out tethers like Nicki Minaj. All right? But let's continue, family.
I had a mic and a Grammy. Y'all wouldn't question my proximity to culture. You'd quote me. And some of y'all have been. I see the stitches. Hey, boo.
Again, family, please let me know because, I'm a very humble person. What Congolese tribe talks like that? They got all that culture over there. They always telling us how they got all that culture over there and they choose to speak like us. The people who they say have no culture. Lord, let's continue.
I'm confused. Y'all just like y'all immigrants packaged in a certain way. Famous, entertaining, and far enough removed to never challenge you personally.
Ma'am, no. We just like our immigrants respectful and on code. Respectful and on code. And what I mean by that is respect the culture that you're cosplaying and just simply don't undermine what we have going. That's it. That's all we want from y'all. And also, oh Lord, she said, y'all like y'all immigrants far enough removed so that they don't challenge us. Ma'am, far removed, close removed, you're not a challenge. Black immigrants, I want y'all to hear this. You're not a challenge. You're a fleer. A fleer could never challenge us, ma'am. We built America from scratch, ma'am. Brick by brick. 13% of the population. You could never. You are 95% of the population. All the damn diamonds, all the damn gold, all the resources, coltan. They still discovering new resources in Africa. Still discovering them. And you still can't build nothing. You struggling with the 5% of non-Africans there. You letting 2 CIA agents topple your damn government. Ma'am, you're not a challenge. A fleer could never challenge foundational Black Americans. We don't flee. You already lost. Let's even go to your celebrities. Let's even go to your celebrities that you named. Drake. Drake didn't make it off Canadian culture. Drake made it off FBA culture. Drake was a disabled, light-skinned Black boy on Degrassi before he got some of that foundational Black American juice. It was foundational Black Americans that rap a lot. Jay Prince Jr., who brought him down there and exposed him to that FBA culture, gave him that stamp and cosign. They put him on with Birdman. Those foundational Black Americans down there out of Louisiana who gave him some of that culture and sauce. That's how he blew up. Lil Wayne and all them. He didn't make it off no damn Black Canadian culture. Challenge? You're no challenge. What will Rihanna be without the cosign of foundational Black Americans like Jay-Z? Hell, Rihanna does R&B, rhythm and blues. We created. Ma'am, nothing about Rihanna is Caribbean or Bahamian culture. She didn't get famous and popping in this global icon, billionaire of Bahamian culture. I believe that's where she's from. I apologize if she's not from there. I know she's from the Caribbean, though. Okay, she didn't get popping off of that. You dig? 21 Savage is from the damn UK. We already know the folks in the UK, all they do is mimic us. He got famous off Atlanta trap music that was started in Atlanta. You dig? He didn't get famous off no damn UK drill rap, which is still a spinoff of Chicago drill. Where would he be? Okay? And Nicki Minaj as well. Nicki Minaj got famous off foundational Black American culture. She got rich and wealthy. She didn't get famous and rich off Trinidadian culture. Close enough to challenge us, ma'am. You are never a challenge. You can't challenge us. You can't challenge us until you build your homeland from scratch, like we did. So the real question is, where would these people be if they were in their homeland? Would Rihanna be Rihanna? She was born and raised in the Bahamas. And she was forced to sing Bahamian traditional music. Would Nicki Minaj be Nicki Minaj if she was born and raised in Trinidad and could never come over here and was forced to sing and rap Trinidadian traditional music? Would Drake be the same Drake if he was forced to stay in Canada and was never given the cosign by foundational Black Americans in the South? Huh? Would 21 Savage be 21 Savage if he was still raised in the UK? No, he would be Sir 21 Savage. You dig? He would be over there eating croissants and talking about Mondum. Let's stop it. We made your celebrities. Your biggest celebrities, your biggest figures are never in their homeland. They're over here with us. We made them, and that kills y'all. But it's the reality. It's the reality. So, ma'am, whether you are far removed, close removed, we don't care. You're never going to be a challenge because you never did what we did. You came over here, you got a job, you emulated FBAs, you cosplayed us, and you fell into the lane that we opened up. So just give us our props, give us our flowers, give us our thank you. You dig? And stop with the lying, stop with the projecting. Because there's only one FBA. Plain and simple.
Why am I bothering you so much? This is not high school. There is no beef. If you think I have beef with you, then you are delusional. But me, I'm just a regular African girl who's been here since she was 5. So if they're allowed to assimilate without essays or dissertations, why do I have to explain myself? I'm sharing the struggle because so many other people are facing it.
No, ma'am, you're choosing to explain yourself. Nobody's forcing you to explain yourself. Like nobody forced you and your fleeing parents to run to America. You decided to pack up, flee to America. And I'm sure your parents were seeking asylum. Okay, that's probably how you got here. They were seeking asylum. You dig? So you decided to flee to America. Okay, to imitate heritage. Now you're over here imitating heritage. That's why they hate that song. They hate that Kendrick song, boy. Boy, they hate Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick Lamar says some real shit. They come to America to imitate heritage. She's jumping in and out of foundational Black American vernacular. You dig? She's doing all this projecting. Oh, if you think I'm beefing with you, if you ain't beefing with us, why are you having this video? You dig? What you talking about? You're irrelevant talking about Congolese culture. They never get it popping on their damn TikToks talking in Congolese vernacular, talking about Congo, because nobody cares. Not even them. Their own people don't even care about their damn country. They trying to get the hell on. You dig? So again, ma'am, stop the projection and stop this fake struggle. I'm bringing light to the struggle. What struggle? Of getting roasted? You don't know struggle. You don't know fire hoses. You don't know dogs. You don't know lynchings. You don't know being buried generation after generation in the belly of the beast. COINTEL programs. You don't know that, ma'am. You don't even know the struggle of your homeland. You came here when you were 5. You don't even, I'm sure you don't even remember what life was like in the Congo. You dig? So stop it. But let's continue.
Till this day. Feel what? System.
Okay, now this is another video. She had to, again, she was getting the clout, so she got to follow up. A lot of the tethers around the diaspora, they were running around liking the video. Oh yeah, you tell them, girl. So she got to follow up. So now she's responding to a comment. Okay, and the comment says the African continent is trying to steal from us. We won't have it. Okay, so I guess a brother or sister, commented the African continent is trying to steal from us and we won't have it. Probably referring to stealing FBA culture, vernacular, like she's been doing throughout these videos. You dig? And so this is her response, okay?
What? System failures and struggle?
Wait, whoa, hold on. Let's play that back.
Feel what? System failures and struggle?
Oh, no, she didn't say system failures and struggle. Oh, Lord.
We come with customs, creativity, and the same resources your country's been surviving on since they touched our coast.
God, I hate to go here, but they always do it to themselves. Lord, let me say this before I give this eulogy. The West has absolutely run amok in Africa. The West has sabotaged and assassinated leaders, stole resources, X, Y, and Z. However, the West has not done anything to Africa that they have not done to their native foundational Black American population. Okay, whether it's still our resources, our intellectual resources, our culture, traditions, and customs. You dig? Whether it is assassinate our leaders, X, Y, and Z. Everything they did in Africa, they did it to us. And many times they did it to us first. Now, with that being said, let me address this. She says, still what? System failures and struggle? Ma'am, you are from the Democratic Republic of Congo. System failures and struggle? Are you trying to act like this is the home of system failures and struggle? Let's just do a little research on Africa. Ma'am, system failures and struggle. A damn third of the continent is living in extreme poverty, ma'am. Hold on. The extreme poverty rate in Africa is high and complex, with recent 2023 data indicating 35% of the people in sub-Saharan Africa live in extreme poverty, ma'am. Okay, a third of your people on the continent of Africa live in extreme poverty. However, this figure varies significantly by region, with Central Africa having a rate of 54.8%. Okay, that's where Congo is, the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's in Central Africa. So damn near half of the population in her homeland live in extreme poverty. And it says in North Africa, having a rate of 3%. Okay, so that just goes to show you that Arabs in North Africa ain't living like y'all living. They on the same continent and they ain't living how y'all living. And they've reduced y'all to sub-Saharan Africans, which is another form of disrespect. You dig? And by the way, family, the extreme poverty line, when we say extreme poverty, let it note what it means. The extreme poverty rate definition used is living on less than $2.15 a day, family. So half of the people living in her region are living on less than $2.15 a day. Family, I'm in Georgia. You can't even get a gallon of gas for $2.15. You can't even get a gallon of gas. That shows you the level of system failure and struggle, the fact that half of your damn population is living like that. Okay? Let's be clear. And I'm going light, family. I'm going light. You know what? She's talking crazy. Let's go to her country. Let's go to the Democratic Republic of Congo, because I was trying to be light with just giving the regions. Okay? Let's be clear. If you go to the Democratic Republic of Congo, okay, poverty rate in the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the DRC, has a very high poverty rate, with estimates from 2024 showing approximately 73.5% of the population is living on less than $2.15 a day. Ma'am, don't you ever fix your mouth to talk about system struggles and failures. Your people are living in squalor, 3 out of every 4 people. And that's the light note, because it says some reports indicate even higher figures, with the World Bank noting 78.94% poverty rate at the international poverty level, which is $2.15 a day. Okay? You dig? And it says people living in multidimensional poverty head count ratio, that's like poverty dealing with food, water, X, Y, and Z, is 83.64%. Ma'am, only 19% of the people in the Democratic Republic of Congo have access to electricity. 19%. That means 81% of the damn population ain't got no electricity. We can't even hear from them on TikTok. Hell, they ain't, let alone Wi-Fi, they ain't even got no electricity. You come from a lineage of systematic failures and struggles. Y'all sitting over there, man. Y'all got child soldiers running around the Congo. They're running wild around the Congo. They're running wild. Dude, that's probably why your parents wanted to get you over here. You said you came over here at 5. Hell, at 6, they might have put a damn chopper in your hand over there in the Congo. You talking about systematic failure and struggle. Whenever you bring that up, you better mention your homeland very first. And you better stay on that topic. You sitting over here imitating foundational Black Americans, and you didn't forgot the real struggle you come from. You better thank a foundational Black American for being the reason at 5 years old you didn't have a damn Uzi in your hand. Okay? Based off your systems in the programs y'all got going over there. And then she said they're coming here. They come here with customs and traditions and culture that was used to build America. Ma'am, y'all ain't coming here with nothing. They kill me with this notion they're showing up at the border with some damn Cotan in their hand. You ain't showing up with nothing but trying to seek asylum. That's all you were doing. Seeking asylum. You came over here dead broke, dead bummy, struggling, trying to get out your homeland. Your parents probably made up a damn lie talking about somebody was trying to kill them. Or hell, it might have been the truth. Somebody was trying to kill them in their homeland, because that's the culture. That's the struggle. That's the system over there. You dig? And you came over here seeking asylum. They love to act like they came over here with a damn bag. Oh, we come over here with all these customs and traditions. If you came over here with all these customs and traditions, why did you start off in your first video talking about how you have to assimilate? Hell, if our traditions really came from you, you should fall right in line. Why are you assimilating? Why are you going out cosplaying? Why are you afraid to eat your cultural foods out in public? If our foods are really your foods. Because they're not. We have a different culture. This is a different system you're in. And you know it. Stop the capping. Stop the double talking. And just pay homage to foundational Black Americans who made it possible for you to be here, ma'am. But let's continue.
People are still digging into Africa for diamonds, coal, iron, and your favorite chocolate, but y'all calling us the thieves.
Oh, Lord.
How ironic.
Ma'am, and let's be clear. Let's be clear. Y'all are doing the digging. I want you to understand, when you look at the damn coltan mines and the mines over there, it ain't no damn Asians in there. It ain't no damn white people over there. You're doing the digging. Your leaders are taking those natural resources and they're selling y'all out. That's the reality, family. Them damn dangerous ass coltan mines, you don't see no damn white people over in them damn coltan mines. You see nothing but people from the Congo over there working for 5 cents an hour. Y'all are doing that, and your leaders are allowing you to do it so they can take those resources and sell them out because they don't care about you. They don't care about you. You know, white people over there just digging. Y'all are doing the digging and you're selling it for cheap. Hell, you're selling it for free. You just want a green card. So stop it. Knock it off.
If anything, we're in the right to say y'all are the cosplayers because you guys have stolen everything and then taken all the credit for it.
Cosplaying what? How are we cosplaying you? You haven't named anything, no customs, no traditions that we emulate. All of you named with some natural resource. What, we cosplaying coltan? We cosplaying chocolate? That's all of you named with some natural resources. And by the way, family, they always talk about the natural resources of Africa. The United States is one of the most minerally rich countries in the world. Let's be clear. Africa has minerally rich countries. The United States also has minerally rich countries. They act like the United States has no natural resources. The United States has a lot of natural resources. It's usually ranked within the top 5 of natural resource countries in the world. Let's be clear. And again, if we're actually cosplaying your culture, you wouldn't have to assimilate. See, what you're saying makes 0 sense. We're taking your stuff and cosplaying you, but then you're coming over here talking about you have to assimilate into our culture. You're sitting over here speaking in foundational Black American vernacular. Why don't you just use your regular Congolese accent? You dig? Why don't you go out and eat your fufu and your natural foods and practice your traditional customs, traditions, and cultures? Why don't you dress how they dressed in the Congo? Since we really got our dressing style from you, you should fit right in, but you don't. You stick out like a sore thumb because your culture ain't our culture. You dig? Let's finish the video.
That's just misdirected anger. You're mad at broken promises,
Gaslighting.
broken systems, and you throwing the heat at the wrong people. And if you feel threatened, ask yourself why our presence makes you so loud. And anybody stitching my video, hey boo, I just want to let you know that when you misconstrued information, you make a fool out of yourself.
Okay, so as you can see, just ending with more tether babble and basically gaslighting. And they always, whenever we critique them and get on their ass, I'm sure she'll make a video about me making this video. They always pass off, oh, we hating on them and you got misconstrued anger. Ma'am, you're projecting. You dig? There's just nothing but tether projection. Now, I want to show you 2 more videos from her family that she put out a couple weeks ago because I've been meaning to get to this video. There's so many videos of these folks talking crazy about us that I've been meaning to check and address. But I want to get to 2 more other videos, and I'm going to show you why delineation is important, especially with people like her. Because these folks, they'll sit over here and do all this Africa and us Black immigrants, y'all be hating on us and X, Y, and Z. And then they'll come and try to lay claim to our lineage and try to beat us in real time. You're about to see the cosplaying in real time, family. So check this out. This is a video she put out a couple weeks ago.
Learn when to shut the fuck up. In the wise words of my dear friend, Meech the Innovator. I was scrolling yesterday and I found myself in a live with a bunch of Black people that were talking about how lazy Black people were. In America, that stereotype was invented after slavery. After our ancestors built this country for free. But when slavery ended, we started our own farms, opened businesses, learned trades. And when we succeeded, they burned our towns, stole our land, and called us lazy to hide what they did.
Our I know Big Congo, the same person in the last video who was saying we foundational Black Americans were the real racists, the real people who are descendants of the people who built the country. She was saying we're the real racists. She started off her last video talking about how they're not trying to be American. Remember she said that? We ain't Black immigrant. We ain't trying to be American. But now you're trying to claim foundational Black American identity, heritage, and achievement. I told you, if you let these folks talk long enough, they'll expose themselves. They'll expose themselves, family. Now it's we and our. She didn't turn French on us. We. And this has always been the goal. This is why they cosplay. They want to lay claim to our achievements and our heritage in our culture. That's what they want to do. So they can get out here and they can move with some type of authority because they really feel insecure about being an immigrant. So they have to lay claim to us. They have to act like they are us. So now it's we and our. When she was just wagging her finger at us and talking about how they do this and they have the custom tradition we stole from them and we're actually cosplaying them. Lord, let's let her continue.
And in Africa, the same game. Europeans came during colonization, took our land, our gold, our minerals, and everything we had, even our people. They forced Africans into labor for mines, railroads, and plantations. And then they turned around and told the world we were lazy if we didn't want to work for pennies under a whip. And the truth is we still face those same discriminations and injustices against us every single day. Because Africa's fed empires, our resources still power the modern world today. From cobalt in Congo to oil in Nigeria. Yet our people are painted as unproductive while others get rich off of our labor. This stereotype was never about truth. It was about control. If they can convince the world you're lazy, they can justify exploiting you.
And ma'am, when are y'all going to go back and do something about it? See, yes, what she said at the end, and basically what she was saying in the whole video is accurate. It's a good message. It's just the wrong messenger. You're the wrong person to say that, especially when you try to claim to be us. You dig? See, a lot of them want to sit over here and they want to eat off of our achievements while not doing anything for their homeland. Yeah, they ran over there and they ran amok in Africa. Go do something about it. Go build up Africa. You did go fight and kick out the white supremacists and the Arab supremacists up north that have just completely taken over North Africa. I remember I went to the pyramids a few years ago and there wasn't nothing but Arabs over there running the pyramids, selling, soliciting. I'm like, damn, they making a muck of what the ancestors built in ancient Egypt. What y'all ancestors built. They running a muck over it. You dig? They use that as their number one tourist attraction. See, go defend that. Don't sit over here and talk crazy and then try to lay claim to what we did and act like you achieved something over here. You didn't achieve anything, ma'am. You didn't achieve anything. So stop the cap. But let's continue because some foundational Black Americans, they're going to check her on this very thing. Okay? And so what somebody said in response to that last video, which ancestors of yours built this land? Great question. Shout out to the FBA family. Okay, don't let them forget. They sit over here and they be running around here talking about they're Congolese and I'm big Congo and us this. We ain't trying to be American X, Y, and Z. They go out their way to differentiate themselves from us and then they try to claim what we've achieved. Okay, so let's hear her response.
Which ancestors of yours built this land? I traced my people back to South Carolina, Virginia, and Louisiana.
Oh, Lord.
You're talking like the people that helped build America weren't my ancestors too, when they were literally taken from Africa.
No, they weren't. Lord, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Ma'am, name the names of your ancestors who you track back to South Carolina, Virginia, and Louisiana. Okay? See, y'all be letting these lies go to your head. One thing about foundational Black Americans, we could trace back the names of our people who were enslaved on those plantations. You dig? I can bring up the name of Alex and Fanny Springfield, my ancestors. Alex was from Tennessee. Fannie Springfield was from LaFleur County, Mississippi. I could bring up the names of John McGee from Starville, Mississippi on my father's side. You dig? And many others. Lizzie Mahone going all the way back. You dig? Who? Name the names. I'm like Mike Tyson, man.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name the names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
Let's keep it a buck. You didn't trace back shit. You're a lying tether. And we know you capping for two reasons. Number one, 75% of the babies living in Congo now don't even have birth certificates. They don't even know where and what day they were officially born on. Now, I'm sure some family member wants to tell them, but they don't know if that's official or not. They don't even have birth certificates, ma'am. That's 3 out of every 4 babies. Second thing, your country, when you talk about tracing back, your country only has one census in its existence. The only census done in the Democratic Republic of Congo was done in 1984. You haven't had a census since. How the hell are you tracking back ancestors to Virginia, South Carolina, and Louisiana? You're not. You're capping. You're making up lies, and it shows you the extent these tethers will go to in order to try to latch on to our achievements, our history, and our culture. You're making up stuff. You're from the Congo. Own that. Be proud of that. You dig? And don't try to hijack our history, because you're going to get called out on it every time. But let's continue.
Let me explain this really slow. Whether my family stayed on the continent or survived the Middle Passage, we come from the same roots, the same history, the same bloodline. The disconnect you're pushing, that's not the truth. That's exactly what slavery, colonization, and white supremacy wanted. But I can't even...
Ma'am, we are not the same. We had an ethnogenesis like y'all had an ethnogenesis on the continent, okay? We've been over here 500 years. We started this country from scratch, okay? We cleared the brush. We chopped down the trees. We built the bridges, the roads, and the railroads heading out west. Ma'am, we worked in the hot, long summers in the Jim Crow South, in Mississippi, in Louisiana, in Alabama, in Georgia, being the backbone of this economy. We fought in every war. We are the unifying and the moral compass of America. You are not. You are Johnny come lately to America. You are here to eat off and to benefit off the fruits of our labor. We had an ethnogenesis, and we are foundational Black Americans. There was no America before we got here. There was an America before you got here. See, that don't work with us. You can't take FBAs out of American history and there still be an America. You can take you, a Congolese woman, out of America and it will still be in America. And America would be fine. You dig? We are not the same. We had an ethnogenesis, and we should be respected for that like Africans are. Okay? Let's be clear. Y'all had an ethnogenesis around there in Africa. Many of you, DNA-wise, are genetically the same people. But you say, I'm Igbo, he's Hausa, he's Fulani, he's Hutu. Y'all got over 3,000 tribes over there in damn Africa. Y'all honor your ethnogenesis. You say, hey, no, I know we look the same. We got the same damn hairline, but we're different. And we are told to respect that. And we do respect that. Respect our ethnogenesis as well. And we're not pushing no damn disconnect. Y'all disconnected yourselves. All those tribes that you got over there, you're disconnected, you're discombobulated over there, and you have no sense of direction. You dig? That's why you're over here cosplaying as us. But let's continue.
Debate someone that tell me slavery didn't and white supremacy wanted. But I can't even debate someone that tell me slavery didn't exist and that their people were here before. And even if...
And ma'am, we can't debate people and argue with people who don't have birth certificates and who country is younger than our damn grandmother. How about that? We got grandparents older than your damn country. And damn near 99% of us got our damn birth certificates. We can trace back our lineage in the phenomenal country that we built, brick by brick, that you had to flee to. You dig? So we don't debate with y'all either. This is a lecture. This is a sermon. This is for educational purposes, to educate foundational Black Americans on how to deal with BS talking points like you're spewing out.
Were here before. Where did they migrate from? Because for hundreds of years, they worked to separate Black Americans from the diaspora so we could argue over identity instead of building together. They erased history, fed us lies, and told both sides we were different, so we'd never see their power in our shared history. Congo.
Ma'am, stop it. You're not going to put all that blame on white folks. Y'all told us y'all were different. Africans have always been tribal, beefing with each other since ancient times. Let's stop it. Y'all always have had y'all tribes. There is not one tribe in Africa that was named after a white man, that the white man told y'all to be Hausa, be Fulani, you be Igbo, you be Zulu, you be X, Y, and Z. Y'all chose that. And you continue to choose to hold those tribal differences between you unifying your country. That's why I don't let them play the whole unity game and put that on us. They're not unified. They're not anywhere near unified in Africa. They love disunity. They love shitting on the neighboring African tribe. Let's be clear. Okay? And y'all, so we see that same mentality when you come here. You dig? As soon as y'all get any social presence, as soon as y'all get any attention, you make sure to bring attention and to pay homage to your tribe or to your people. You dig? You sitting up there on TikTok now with a big old DRC flag in your bio. Y'all love to put that flag in your bio, and every chance you get, every attention you get, you want to holler, I'm big Congolese. I'm from the Congo. Soon as y'all get into the damn award, I just seen Carmelo Anthony the other day. I didn't even know that brother was Puerto Rican. Soon as y'all get a Hall of Fame acceptance speech, soon as you get an award, I'm Puerto Rican. You delineate. What's the other one? Zoe Sonata. Soon as she win an award, I'm Dominican. Y'all will sit up here and play and cosplay us all day. And as soon as it's time to get some recognition, you give it to your tribe. You give it to your nation. You don't just say, hey, man, I'm just a Black woman. Shout out to Black culture. Shout out to Black American culture. Y'all don't say that. You differentiate yourselves. So let's be clear. The white man ain't forcing y'all to do that. Y'all willingly do that. You dig? Because as our good brother David Banner once said, many people don't want to get off the plantation. They just want their opportunity to hold the whip. They want to be viewed as the head niggas in charge. They want to bring light to their people, not all Black people. And y'all know that. So stop the cap.
Being pillaged, and Black people are globally being exploited. My responsibility, it isn't to debate you. It's to connect with my people everywhere and work towards liberation for all of us. You can either be a part of that or keep playing into their hands.
Oh, Lord, now she's Marcus Garvey. Now she's trying to unify everybody. Ma'am, unify the Democratic Republic of Congo that's been damn near having wars for 4 decades now. Go over there and unify to get stable electricity amongst your countrymen. Unify to get these babies over their birth certificates and to get them to put down the choppers. Don't come over here wagging your finger talking about it's your job to unify. Unify your homeland, then we can talk. Let us see your body of work. Okay? Unify the DRC, then unify Central Africa, then unify the continent. Then you can come and say, hey, foundational Black Americans, this is what I'm done. Let's get y'all on board. Let's unify with each other. Then we can have a conversation. But until then, shut the hell up and pay homage to foundational Black Americans who made it possible for you to be here and have a living. It's your brother Chase, man. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is probably a super long video. I know it's going to be a super long video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll break it down into parts later on through the week for the family who, you know, your attention span kind of short. But I hope y'all enjoyed it, family. Make sure you click that link in the bio and you go get 19 white men who admitted they were indigenous Black people in America, because that's another thing these folks have a problem with. Make sure you get it at the Amazon link. If you already have it, please leave a 5-star review for your brother. Please leave a 5-star review for your brother. And, you know, make sure you leave a comment as well. Tell me what you think about the video. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm open to critique from foundational Black Americans, or hell, anybody. Just make sure you're respectful in the comments section. But until next time, y'all know what it is. It's your brother Chase. Peace and Black power. Foundational Black Americans, despite what these others say, you are phenomenal people. I'm out.